Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video made by Felipe Díaz, Marcelo Bravo and myself, Anibal Morales. And this time, we'll talk about the Penguin system, the favorite of hackers. Yes, today we talk about Linux. True, in the 1980s and officially released in the 1991, Linux or GNU Linux is a free and open source software, which is the biggest competition of the most used operating system in the world, Windows. The operating system is created from the combination of more projects, including GNU, led by Richard Stallman, and the Free Software Foundation, in addition to the Linux kernel, headed by Linus Torvald. Its development is one of the most outstanding examples of free software. All this source code can be freely used, modified, and distributed by anyone, under the terms of GPL license, but still free. GNU Linux is officially funded in the form of conventions known as distribution, which have different versions of them created by the community with different features and programs. The purpose of distribution is to offer GNU Linux as a final product that the user can install, meeting the needs of the users. Some of the distributions are especially frequent due to their use on internet servers, supercomputers, and embedded systems, where GNU Linux has the largest shares of these markets. GNU Linux can work both in the graphics environment and in the console mode. The console is common in server distribution, while the graphical interface is geared towards to the end users, both home and business. Likewise, there are also the scope environments, which are the set of programs made up of Windows, icons, and many applications that facilitate the use of the computer. The most popular readers on GNU Linux are GNOME, KDE Plasma, LXDA, LXQT, LFCE, Unity, Mate, and Cinnamon.
My name is Marcelo Bravo and I'm going to talk about the features of Linux. Linux is a free system that is not owned by a company, since there are companies and groups of people who contribute to its development. Linux takes full advantages of the capabilities of computers. It is also an operating system with multiprocessing, multitasking, and multi-user capabilities, in addition to not having to pay license to use it. Security is one of the most important features of Linux. Few are interested in creating virus for this system. In addition, it contains an architecture for the management of files, processes, and memories that does not easily allow the permanence of virus or malware. Another feature of Linux is that it can connect to the local network and make it a server for MS DOS, Windows, Windows for group work, Windows 95, and Macintosh for a cheaper price than other systems.
As we have seen, Linux is a very good operating system that can be customized to our liking, but it is worth mentioning that is not for all types of users, since in order to use the system we must have basic programming, knowledge in order to take full advantage of this operating system. Next, I will mention two advantages and disadvantages of having this system on our computers. Advantage: Linux is a very robust, stable and fast, ideal for servers and distributed applications. To this is added that it can work in humble machines, that is to say, in equipment with few resources. Linux is free. This does not mean that it's only free, but that Linux is also modified and that Linux has a large number of free applications on the internet. In addition, there is an immense documentation on Linux on the net or disposal. Disadvantage: Linux is certain way is not compatible with Windows because they use different programming language, which make it is impossible for us to work comfortably. So we must learn the programming language of each one of them. In most Linux distributions, we must know our hardware when installing it. Due to this, not any user uses Linux since this software is not to get and use as we see in Windows.